Hello and welcome to episode 18. Today we're going to be talking about dictionaries. And just really quick, before we do that, open up a terminal, come in here, type Python, and type version, -- version, hit enter, and you'll see what version of Python you're running inside of this folder, or globally, depending how you installed it. So we have Python 3.1.4, 3.10.4. So just as a note, with dictionaries, and you can close that for now. With dictionaries, if you're running a Python version prior to 3.7, then they are unordered. As of 3.7, dictionaries are ordered. So dictionaries are used to store data. We have a dictionary here, X, and they use curly brackets just like a set. So the difference with dictionaries and sets, one of the differences is that they use key value pairs. So we'll use a key name key. You do a colon, and the value of key will be value. I'll do that lowercase. Now, if you have multiple key value pairs, you will do a comma, and then you can do key 2, colon, value 2. And this is how you store multiple values inside of a dictionary. And you'll hear me refer to as an entire key value pair as a value, and also the value of a key as a value. So sorry if that gets at all confusing. If you need any clarification, just comment on it or message me, whatever, and we can clarify that. So once we have this, we can come down here, print X, save, launch our terminal again, and pi.18pi, hit enter, and you see that it prints off the keys and the values. So dictionary items are ordered. They're also changeable, and they do not allow duplicates. Dictionary items are presented in these key value pairs and can be referred to by using the key name. So to do that, we'd come in here and you use square brackets, kind of like finding the something in a list. So then in here you can just type in the key name. So we have key, save, run, and you see we get the value back. We don't get the entire pair like we did up here. We're just getting only the value as output. So you are able to change Python dictionaries, so we can change, add, or remove items after it's been created. And again, it does not allow duplicates, and what that means is that it can't have two items with the same key. So you could have duplicate values, you just can't have the same key. So you see if we do this here, we're not going to run into any errors when it executes. So I should probably save and then run it. So you see that we still get the values even though they're the same. That's okay as long as the keys are unique. So that's how a dictionary accesses its information. We can do what we've been doing, which is we can check the length of a dictionary. So we see that it's 2. So each key and value pair is only 1. So basically just go off of how many commas there are as a simple way to do that. The data types, we can have ints. And so for values, you can have any data type you want. Comma up here, and then we could have a bool. I always do that. Save. So you see that we're not getting any errors with the values being an integer, a boolean, a float. You can even pass in another Python collection into here. So for instance, we could pass a list into a dictionary and have that here. And you see that it doesn't have any issue with that. And you'll actually encounter like nested collections pretty often when you're dealing with any kind of API requests. And as we're used to, we can also do the type in here to check the type, save, print, and you see that it's a class dict. So it's an object with the class of dict. Now we'll cover accessing items inside of a dictionary, which we've already seen that if we do the brackets here and we type the key name and we save it, and the square brackets, remember that we're able to access the value from that key. Another thing you can do is the .get function. So you can do .get, and this is the rounded brackets or parentheses, and here you can type key, save, and you see we still get the same output. You can get a list of all of the keys inside of a dictionary by using keys. So we do that, and then we see all the dict keys here: key, key2, int, bool, float, list. And just notice with this that it's actually giving us a list of the keys, so it's putting these in a list. And it's a view of the dictionary, so if you change anything in your dictionary, it will actually be reflected in the keys list. Okay, and if that's at all confusing, I'll just go ahead and demonstrate it really quick here. So obviously if we come back down and we run that, we're getting that output. So if we change a key inside of X here, so we can set a new key with a very good name, and then we'll put changed or added, I guess, more accurate, and then we'll print x.keys again, save. We run that. You can see that the list has updated with the addition of the new key. Now we also have the values method. So we have x.values like this, and we can just print that. And now you can see those values that we put in, and we can change that one back to value 2 actually, just for readability. If you want to change a value, it's just like adding this new value. So we're able to do the values right here, and then we can do X, and we'll just use the first key. We'll use changed this time. I think we'll just print the values. Let's save, run that, and you can see that the value has changed. Up here it's value for key, down here it's changed. So that's how you can manipulate the values inside of a dictionary, and you can add new keys in the same way and assign them a new value. So this is how you add something, and this is how you would change the value of a current key. Okay, I'm going to take our dictionary and cut it and move it. If you want to do that, you can, just so that it's easier to stay up to date on what our dictionary is. So you can do an items method, which will return each item in a dictionary as tuples in a list. So we're dealing with several different types here. So let's just demonstrate that really quick. Do X items, save, return that. And you see that we're getting a list here. Here's our list, and inside that list, every item, every value has been turned into a key value pair inside of a tuple. So this is a tuple, 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 tuple. So, and then you can see that even our list, inside of the tuple, it says list is a string, and then it has this list as the second item inside of this tuple as well. And just like the other stuff, if we come in here, we print that, and then we add any kind of an item or anything, we'll just change the float here, and maybe I should use an X. We'll set that equal to 4.4, we'll double it. And then we print X items again, save, print. You can see that our float value has been updated. So the items list also updates. We're also able to use that conditional that we're familiar with now, which is the if statement, and we can search for a key. So we can just do key, and we can say in X, And then we can have it print like that, save, run it, and you see that it returns I found key in X because it found it. All right, thanks for tuning into this episode, and we'll continue on with dictionaries in the next one.